So how are you doing, everybody? All right, class, my name is Mr. Elliott from Ms. Crowley's 6th grade class here at New Beginnings Family Academy. A few of you have been struggling with this whole thing with ratios we've been going over lately. So I made this video to kind of help explain how we are going to find the value of a particular ratio in our ratio tables that we've been working on, as well as kind of reviewing some prior concepts in math that you'll need to help you find the value of this ratio. But we may have forgotten those past lessons, so we're going to also just review that as well. So first, to start off, the spring sugar table. This is one of the tables, the ratio tables that we worked on in class. Here you see 6 cups of sugar to 4 cups of water. So we know, in most of you have no problem in this area, that the first ratio we have is this 6 to 4. So for every 6 cups of sugar, there's 4 cups of water. Now that can easily, most of you have no problem with this either, you know that can be broken down, that ratio can be broken down to 3/2. Now, that still doesn't quite help us in finding the value of the ratio table for the spring sugar water. So this is what we're going to have to do. We want to get it to the point where we can tell for each cup of water, how many cups of sugar do I need? Right here, if we stop here, this just tells us for every 2 cups of water, I need 3 cups of sugar. But I want to know how much for 1 cup of water, 1 unit of water, what's the equivalent? And in order to find that, this is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to ask myself these 2 questions. If I need to get this bottom number here, the denominator, to 1, right? Because I'm trying to find what's 1 cup of water going to be compared to the cup of sugar. What's going to get this 2 to a 1? Right? If I divide this 2 by 2, then I know that's going to get me 1. But if I do it to this bottom number, so 2 goes into 2, how many times? Once. Now if I've done that to this bottom number, I also have to do that to the 3. So what's 3 divided by 2? Now that's the part that might get a little tricky. 2 goes into 3 how many times? It doesn't go into 3 an even amount of times. All right, so this is that prior learning concept that you guys may have learned in 4th grade and 5th grade. It's converting improper fractions into mixed numbers. Okay, so essentially I need to take this 3/2 here, right here, and I'm going to convert it into an improper fraction, because this is how I got this 1.5 here. 2 goes into 3 how many times? 1.5 times, but I need to show you how I got there. How did I get that answer? So I have 3/2. I brought it down here. 2 divided by 3. Or 2 rather goes into 3 how many times? I know I could get it in there once. 2 times 1 is 2. I bring my 2 down. Then I do my subtraction, right? 3 minus 2 is 1. So I'm left with a remainder of 1. Now I bring my remainder number up here to the top, 1. Draw my fraction line, and then my denominator is always going to be the same number here. So we have a little path there, dot, 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 bringing that 2. Whatever this number is right here, that's always going to be that denominator that's going to go underneath this remainder. Okay, so that's how we get 1.5. 1.5 over the 1, remember when we divided the 2 by 2? This becomes the value of the ratio for the spring sugar water. 1.5 to 1. So for every 1 cup of water, right there, I'm going to need 1.5 cups of sugar. I hope that helped you guys. I'll see you in class.